you planning to study in London? Do you want to know about universities that can offer you access with the benefits of European students? Hi, and thank you for joining this live stream. I study at the University of Northampton London. If you are interested in studying your undergraduate or postgraduate programs at the University of Northampton London, this live stream is for you. My name is Hugo Bustamante. I'm recruitment manager for Global Studies. Global Studies is an educational agency which helps you to apply abroad to different destinations like Canada, Australia, Germany, France, Spain, Denmark, Lithuania, Holland, Ireland, Malta, Cyprus, the United Kingdom, USA, and others. If you want to apply with us, we will help you with all the application process. You have to contact us to our WhatsApp number or to our email address and ask for your free guide session, and we will be happy to guide you and help you. Please don't forget to follow us in our social media. You can find us as Global Studies UK in Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. You can follow us and you will know about the different offers we have. You will know the institutions that have interesting options for you. So don't forget to follow us. And today we will be talking about University of Northampton London. We will be talking with Matthew Mullard. Hi, Matthew. How are you?
Hi, Hugo. Very well, thanks. Very well. Great to be here. How are you?
Fine, Matthew. Thank you. Well, Matthew is head of marketing at University of Northampton, London, and he will be talking us about the interesting options that this university has for us. And Matthew, we are ready to start. And here is your presentation.
Great. Thank you. Well, yeah, thank you very much for that introduction. So hi, everyone. Great to be here. So today I'm just going to give you a quick run through of the courses at University of Northampton, London. Also going to have a look at what the university can offer, some of the key features and things that we like to offer our students and try and pride ourselves on creating a really good environment for our students to study in. So I suppose, yeah, first of all, to sort of get things kicked off, so University of Northampton, London, we're part of the University of Northampton. So we operate our London campus in East London, so just outside Canary Wharf, somewhere called East India. So that's accessible by DLR. The campus is actually situated pretty much on top of the DLR station. So your commute is sort of no issue at all. You can travel into central London within 15 minutes. So that can go to Bank Station directly from the East India DLR. So again, location is great. What I'm going to quickly do, so this is our website here, so london.northampton.ac.uk. Please feel free to sort of have a look at the website. Like I say, lots of information. I'm going to take us through a few different points in the website that I think are really useful to point out. First of all, like I've just been talking then, is about the campus. So this is actually this is a picture of the campus itself. We have the 6th floor in this building. That 6th floor is over 35,000 square foot of space. So a really large area to study. Within the campus itself, again, we've sort of got a 3D virtual tour here, which you can have a look at, and also some pictures down the bottom here. So as you can see through the pictures, it's really bright, really modern, lots of open areas to study. We opened the campus in last year, 2021, in September. So obviously being sort of 6, 7, 8 months old, it still feels brand new. So it's a really nice environment to learn, really nice environment to study, and hopefully it really sort of promotes that learning and a really nice environment for you to enjoy your studies and to sort of perform to your highest level. As I said earlier, the campus is based in East London, so just outside Canary Wharf, called East, and this is the campus address here. Inside of the building that we're situated, there are actually other universities as well. So it's situated inside this building. So again, it's a bit of a sort of student hub. So a really nice environment for you to study in. So that's the campus. So sort of University of Northampton London. Why University of Northampton London? There's specific things that we at UNL sort of pride ourselves on, and what we really try and emphasize throughout our student study. And one of the probably the biggest sort of emphasis that we have, and the biggest drive that we have as a university, is something what we call Changemaker. So you can see it here, and you can sort of see it through many points throughout the website, and you can also see it throughout the campus when you come to us. And what a Changemaker is it's something that we try and install, and we try and educate all of our students, and we try and have the beliefs, and we try and formulate that into our students. And essentially, what it does is it makes our students change makers in their society, or in their in their walk of life. And it can be a number of things, really. It can be empowering people. It can be through knowledge. It can be through things that our students do to make a difference, to have an impact, to have a positive impact on the environment they're going to put themselves in. And these skills are sort of brought up throughout the degree. So in all modules, in all study, all learning, we try and emphasize these, and to promote our students to be change makers within their society and within their communities. Again, from social impacts to sort of more environmental. So all these sort of things are built in within the course. And some key values, or sort of kind of key pillars of that change maker would be collaboration, self-direction, work ethic, integrity, and values. And they're those sort of four key elements that we encompass into all of our degrees. And we try and instill that in our students. And throughout the degrees, 3 and the 4 years, these are real key values that we're going to try and learn, and we're sort of going to rub off on you, the student. So programs. So the courses that we offer at our London campus, at the moment we have 6. So you can see here on the screen, you've got business, business with law, business with healthcare, business with human resource management, business and marketing, and health and social care. So these are the 6 courses that we're running at the moment. We operate 3 intakes per year: September, January, and May. So the next intake for us at the moment is our May intake, which will be starting sort of middle to end of May. The courses are, as standard, a 3-year degree. So you'd have your 4 modules in your first year, 4 modules in your second year, 4 modules in your third year. We also offer these courses with a foundation year. So if I click into business, we can have a quick look. So here we've got the modules with foundation year, year 1, year 2, and then year 3. So the foundation year, so these 4 modules here, is actually the same across all of our degrees. So all of our foundation year cover 4 modules. So it wouldn't matter if you're studying health and social care or you're studying BA business. They all have the same 4 foundation level modules. What the foundation year does is it offers a pathway for students that maybe don't quite meet our direct entry requirements for a 3-year degree. So the entry criteria is slightly lower for foundation. And what you would do during your foundation level is build up the basic skills and the basic requirements to really build a solid foundation for your future studies. So whether that be in business, health and social care. But like I said, these core skills are required for any degree. That's why the foundation year modules are the same for all of our courses. As you can see here, the four modules: research skills, professional skills, data skills, and communication skills. These are core skills and values that you need across any undergraduate degree. And yeah, like I said, we work really closely with our foundation year students, and we try and develop them and give them the foundation that they need to obviously progress then into one of our 3-year programs. We are also looking at introducing some new degrees, hopefully for September, the September intake. We're looking at introducing a psychology degree, a public health degree, and a health and wellbeing degree. These are sort of in process at the moment, and we're working with the team at Northampton University to develop these. And we'll update Global Studies once these courses are available. So then you'd be able to apply for them, hopefully for the September intake. So if I just go back into the business course, to give a bit of information about the course itself, all of the courses are assessed through a variety of assessments. So that's coursework, group presentations, personal presentations, exams, and a combination of these is undertaken throughout the year, and then the overall mark is given depending on the performance of each assessment. As I sort of mentioned earlier with the Changemaker, another key focus that we have at Uonl is our employability team and our careers team. So throughout all of our degrees, we really actively encourage our students to become engaged with our employment and careers team. And what those guys do is they hold multiple sessions throughout the year, and they'll work with you, the student, to, again, depending on what level of your career you're at. If you're just right at the start and you're looking for your first job, then we'll work with you to hopefully progress on that, give you opportunities, work placements, all these sort of things, and develop on that throughout your studies. If you're at a slightly later stage in your career and you've already been working and you're maybe looking for a career change or a step up, again, our employability team will take a holistic view of your current CV, your current history, your work employment history, and they'll work with you to see maybe what areas of improvement you need, if you need help with your interviewing technique, help with your CV writing, cover letter writing, working on your personal brand, so that's how to sell yourself to employers. All these sort of things, our employment team will work really closely with you. And like I said, we have this program which goes on throughout the full length of your degree. And again, depending on which stage you are, you can come in and work with the team. And again, the ultimate goal is to have you in a career and a job that you want to be in at the end of your degree. And again, it's something that we are really focused on. So once you finish with us, you're in employment that you want to be in, to be successful and to be in a managerial, director, whatever role it may be, once you've graduated with us. So again, that's really important to us, that the employment opportunities are there for all of our students. And again, on the website here, we've just got some more information here if you wanted to have a look at that. So again, outside of those sort of things, outside of our core education, obviously the number one service that we provide is education. And like I said, I've sort of gone through that with the programs that we offer. Something that's quite unique about Uonl is our delivery structure and our delivery of the courses. So we work on a 2-day per week timetable. Our days start at 10 a.m. and they finish at 5 p.m. and we have an hour lunch break between 1 and 2. Again, that's not too unique. I think that's quite standard throughout most universities. But the thing is, what is unique is how we deliver our classes. So your timetable will be 1 day on campus in our East India campus, as I mentioned earlier, and then the other day will actually be held online. So it's live classes on Zoom. But the classes are held online, so you don't need to come into the campus 2 days per week. So what that will mean is that per semester or per year, you need to definitely commit 1 day per week to coming to the campus to complete your studies on campus, in class with your classmates, interacting with your lecturers, with your academics, with our staff. But then the second day, you can actually take that from home. You can come into the campus and take it from the library if you wish. But what you can do is you have that more freedom, because you essentially just need to guarantee you can come in for 1 day per week. And the second day you connect remotely on Zoom. The second day when you're connecting, it's not like you're watching pre-recorded material. It's not like you have to go through and do this yourself. Our lecturers are live on Zoom. They're in the campus. They'll be interacting with you as you would normally do in your classroom. You can ask questions. You can speak to your classmates. You can interactively chat between each other. You can obviously watch what's going on screen. But the beauty of this is that you don't have to come to the campus. You can connect on Zoom from home, wherever you need to be. So again, if you need that extra flexibility, obviously with COVID, a lot of people have sort of moved away from always doing things face to face as we are now. Obviously, we're connecting online. So what we've tried to do is keep up with these modern times and the desire of people to connect virtually. So what this allows us to do is give you the opportunity to be more flexible in your studies. So as you can see here, our what we call it is our innovative active learning approach. So where that's connecting both physically and on Zoom. What we also really must stress is that when you are connecting on Zoom, you're getting exactly the same experience as if you're in the classroom. So the teacher is there, they're live, they are teaching as if you're in the classroom, but obviously the connectivity is just that you're virtually studying. If you need to ask a question, you can ask a question. If you need to chat to your classmates, you can speak to your classmates. So we've really developed this, and we've really honed in on the skills that we needed to do this over the past couple of years during the pandemic, and we believe that we've got a really good feature and a really good experience to our students, delivering this unique, blended, interactive 2-day-a-week timetable, 1 day on campus, 1 day virtually. So that really is a key focus to us, and a lot of our students are really happy with it. They really enjoy the flexibility of only having to come to the campus 1 day a week. And a lot of our students have young families. A lot of our students are working part-time. So having this 1 day increases the flexibility and allows our students to live their lives that they need to live. All of that online study, all of that virtual study is upon our virtual learning environment, which is accessed online. All of our materials are recorded. All of the materials that you need are at a click of a button to download. You can rewatch your lectures. You can share work with your academics, share work with your class, with your peers. It's a really interactive system, which is great. And again, on screen here, you can see some other things that our student learning is supported by. All great things. We've really sort of developed our technology over the past 2-3 years. Obviously, with the pandemic, that sped everything up. So we've worked really hard on developing a product that is really at the forefront of technology, and whether it's from your books to your class to your class recordings, to needing an app to see what class you see, your timetable, see your student emails. All of these things are available at the click of a button or the click of an app. So yeah, we've really been working hard on that over the past few years. So again, slightly more on a sort of pastoral level, so slightly more on a care level. We also have a lot of student support that goes hand in hand with the education. So you can see here we've got a few things. So student union. So our student union is a team which is employed by the university that work for the students. They don't work for us, they work for you. And these guys are really there to support you during your studies and will help you with any clubs, societies that you want to join. If you've got any issues and you don't feel like you want to come to us, the more sort of educational side, if you wanted to go to the student union to raise these issues, you can do, and then they can come through to us. So again, it's a team that are there to support you for your sort of non-academic side. And if you do have issues, obviously you can go to these guys because they are independent outside of the main core university. We have great support for any student with disabilities. We've got a disability team that are based on site, available all day, all week. And if you do need any support with that, if you do have a disability, obviously we're more than happy to do our best to support you as best we can. And the team there are also available for things that maybe aren't related with your degree. If you've got things going on outside your life, if you've got things that are really sort of getting on top of you and you want to speak to someone, the team there is there to help you. And obviously it's a big thing now that so it's a topic that a lot of people are very passionate about, sort of mental health, being in a good state of mind, having good well-being. And if there are any issues, obviously the team here is more than happy to help, and we really do encourage students to speak to us because we feel like we can help. And that's also sort of wrapped up in the well-being team. So the admission side of it, again, what I'd probably do is I would refer you back to Hugo if you needed to speak on a more specific level for admissions. The guys there can help you. But if you did want to have a look at some of our entry requirements, specifically if your qualification was done overseas from a European country or even international, you can click on this button on our website here, and you can see the entry requirements per country. So you can see if the qualifications that you already hold would be enough to submit to us, so we could issue an offer for you. So again, all of these things are part of what makes us a great university, and what we've been striving to students' lives, and to try and better our students from when they're studying with us. We have several open days that we run throughout the year. So if you wanted to connect with us and you wanted to speak to more, maybe our academic team, if you wanted to speak to our student union, please feel free to submit your details for our open day. Our open days are run virtually, so you can connect on Zoom, so you can be wherever you are. You don't have to come into the campus. And yeah, it's a great afternoon, a few hours that you can spend with us and really get more information about who we are. As I said, just wanted to give you a quick sort of update today. Didn't want to go into too much detail on too many issues, but what I would recommend that you do is, if you are interested in studying with us, have a look at the website, have a look at some points that I've sort of raised, have a look at the course that you're interested in, have a look at the modules. And again, if you are interested, it'd be great to receive an application from you. Hugo and his team would be able to support you with an application. And yeah, like I say, if you did want more information, please feel free to sort of sign up to one of our open days.
Thank you, Matthew, for your presentation. And Matthew, we have some questions, please. You were talking about the next intake, and which would be the deadline for this next intake?
Sure. Yeah. So next intake is obviously our May intake. The classes start. Let me just get my calendar, just so I give you the exact right date. So okay, it's not working. So the I believe it's the third Monday in May, which is the first teaching week. So what that would mean for a deadline is the deadline would be around the 15th of May.
Okay, thank you, Matthew. And tell me, what are the English exams that are accepted by the university?
Yeah, sure. So we accept a wide range of English exams. The full list, best thing to do is to refer back to our website on the admissions page, and there's a tab that has English language entry requirements, which you can have a look at. But to give you some examples, it would be IELTS would be one that we accept. The English test that we actually run is called the Password English test. So if you didn't have a English qualification and you wanted to apply to us, again, no worries, we'd still love to accept your application. What we would do is we would book you in for an English test, which is run by the Password English test, as I just mentioned. And what we would do there is we would send you your details, and you can take the test online. We would obviously send you all the information and the instructions about what you'd need to do. But yeah, like I said, it doesn't matter too much if you don't have that English qualification, because we would book you in for an English test that we can conduct with you. But like I said, if you do already have English qualifications, IELTS would be probably the most famous and one which is recognised worldwide. But there are some more, and like I said, the more extensive list is available on our website.
Oh, perfect, Matthew. That's a good. Those are good news for the students that do not have, an English test, and they know that you can do this to help them. Yes, to have this requisite. And tell us, Matthew, in that order, what scores do the students need to have to join for the foundation or for year one?
Yeah. So the entry criteria. Yeah. Yes. So again, obviously, depending on which country the student had the qualification from, it would be a variety of qualifications. As I said, best place to look at would be on the website under the admissions tab to have a look at the specific countries. But to sort of compare it to UK qualifications, what we're looking for is a level 3 qualification or the equivalent to apply for our 3-year or foundation year degree, depending at what grade or what level or how many credits your level 3 qualification was worth. Depend if you had an offer for a foundation year degree or a 3-year degree. Pretty much roughly what we're looking for is 120 credits at level 3. That would mean that you would be able to apply for a 3-year degree. If you had less than 120 credits at level 3, then we'd recommend that you apply for a foundation year degree. And then again, depending on what grade you achieved, that can also then change dependent on the grade. So again, a lower grade might mean an offer for a foundation year degree. A slightly higher grade would mean an offer for a standard 3-year degree. But again, for country-specific entry criteria, have a look on the website, click on the admissions tab, and there's a button that says entry criteria for EU or international qualifications. And then you'll have a long list of all the, again, not all the countries, but probably the most popular countries, the countries where we receive the most amount of applications from, is listed on there. And then you can get the specific entry criteria per country.
Thank you, Matthew. And could you please tell us about how can students apply for grants funded by Student Finance England?
Yeah, so all of our courses are fully funded by Student Finance England. Easiest way to do is to submit an online application through the Student Finance website. If you are a European citizen or you've got a European passport, it's really important to note that you must have a settled or pre-settled status visa to be in the UK. If you don't have one of these, unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to accept you because you don't meet the studying criteria that we can accept. So at the moment for Uonl, we are only recruiting students that have either a UK passport, they have an indefinite visa to be in the UK, or they have a European passport with a pre-settled or settled status. Again, easiest ways to sort of apply student finance online. And yeah, obviously, if you do need any support with your finance, we have a finance team at Northampton London, and we're more than happy to help you. Again, you can get more information on our website on that.
Thank you, Matthew. And could you please tell us about the interview, about the process of interview? How long does it take? What tips can you consider to give the students that are important to have in mind?
Yeah, sure. So again, not all students, but some students will need an academic interview as part of their offer. Once you've submitted your application, our admissions team will issue you an offer, and you'll be told if you need to pass if you need to take an academic interview or not. The academic interview is broken down into 2 parts really. First part is a short written statement. So you'd be invited into the campus to take the interview. You'll be given a question. And then within a time limit of 10-15 minutes, you'll just need to write approximately 250 words about the given question. Again, an example question could be talk about your favorite hobby, talk about a passion, talk about a time in your life when you were involved in teamwork, talk about things that make you happy. So really sort of general broad topic is the first part, which is the written statement. And then that is then followed by a face-to-face interview with one of our academics. And that face-to-face interview is broken down into 3 sections. The first section is discussing about the degree that you've applied for. So, what course is it? Why you want to study the course? What your motivations are, what you want to do after your degree, what you're going to do with that course. The second part is understanding what a degree entails. So, what we're looking for is to gain an understanding of, do you understand how big of a commitment a degree is, how many hours it takes per week, how long the degree is going to be, what the expectations are during your degree, so what you'll need to be doing, exams, coursework, all those sort of things. And then the final part is a broad discussion about general topics that could come up during a degree. So we talk about teamwork, We talk about experience in previous education, experience in your previous employment, in your previous career, and again, just a general chat about things. Could be anything, general knowledge. It could be about news stories that have happened in the last 12 months. Essentially, what we're trying to do in that final part is gain an understanding about how prepared you would be to undertake a degree. And the whole process probably lasts about 35 minutes.
Oh, thank you, Matthew. And please, you were talking about this blended system that you are using, yes, for classes. And I wanted to ask you, this applies to all of the careers and programs about this blended system that you are taking.
Yeah. So yeah, the 1 day on campus, the 1 day online, it's built into all of our courses. So it doesn't matter which course you apply for, your timetable will be 1 day online, 1 day on campus. We often get asked a lot of questions about, is this just for COVID? Was this brought in just because COVID has been going on? To answer that, no. This design of the course of being 1 day online, 1 day on campus will be for your full degree. So whether that's 3 years, 4 years, whether if you started with us last September, if you're going to start with us this May or next September, your timetable will always be 1 day online, 1 day on campus. And yeah, it's something that we've developed and something that we have, something that our current students have found, a really, really exciting and innovative approach, and it's something that they're really enjoying. So yeah, all the courses that we develop and all the courses that we run at Northampton London, including the courses now and the future courses that we bring in, like some of the ones that I mentioned, they will all be having this interactive, blended approach of 1 day online, 1 day on campus.
Oh, thank you, Matthew. And how, more or less, how many hours do the students need to have in mind to have their classes each day?
Yeah. So the timetable is 10 a.m. till 5 p.m., 2 days per week, with an hour lunch break between 1 and 2. So you have a morning session of 3 hours. You have an afternoon session of 3 hours. So you have that twice a week. So that's 6 hours per day, 12 hours per week of studying. That's face-to-face contact time with our academics. Then what we'd recommend is, anywhere from sort of 10 to 20 hours per week on top of that as additional study. So that would be working on coursework, that would be reading academic journals, reading academic textbooks, researching online, working with group presentations, revising for exams. So that's the sort of broad workload, I would say. 12 hours in classroom, and then anywhere from 10 to 20 hours outside the classroom.
Thank you, Matthew. And one last question, please. Do you think future law changes may affect EU students to get enrolled as home students? If so, what could you advise the students?
Yeah, so I think what we do know is that the current student loan and student finance support for EU students with pre-settled or settled has been confirmed. I think it's for the next 7 or 8 academic years. So that would take us all the way up till almost the end of 2029. So at the moment that's confirmed, and obviously we welcome that, and that's great. So we do have the support for European students. Beyond that, obviously we're not sure. Nothing has been sort of agreed by the government, and as with governments, things always change depending on who's in power and what policies are in place. So what I would do, is if you are thinking about studying and you are European, I'd recommend that you probably try and apply sooner rather than later, just to be able to guarantee yourself that you do fall under that period of having being able to access funding, whether that's via settled or pre-settled. Going forward, obviously, it's really hard to sort of predict what governments are going to do with funding. But like I say, what we do know is that it is confirmed for the next 7 to 8 academic years. And yeah, there's no time like the present. I would say if you are thinking about studying and you do have an interest in one of the subjects that we're running, and what I've said, it sounds interesting, we'd love to receive an application from you. And yeah, hopefully we can see you in the future.
Yes, Matthew, that's really important. As you said, if you are interested in applying with this important university, this is the moment. Don't wait. We will wait you. We will help you with all the application process. Matthew will help us too. And this is the moment. Don't miss this chance to apply and has this opportunity to have the student loan support. Yes, that's important. Matthew, thank you for all this information, and we know that you will be available for the students that want to apply. They just have to contact us, and we will be happy to help all these students to apply with you. Thank you, Matthew, and thank you everybody for being with us today, and we will see again us in another opportunity. Thank you, Matthew, and bye.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
And bye, everybody.